Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, period. So today we're going to be doing a very detailed soft glam tutorial. So my face is already cleansed and moisturized, and I'm just starting off with my eyebrows. Now child, my eyebrows are thick, like they need to be cleaned up, so I'm not going in too heavy-handed with the eyebrow pencil. But for this soft glam look, it's kind of okay that my eyebrows are a little thick because we want, more of a dramatic eyebrow. Now a good tip is to actually put like a little bit of eyebrow gel on, or maybe some eyelash glue, just to lay your hairs down if your hairs are long like mine. I did not do it in this video, but that is a great tip to do. Adding some eyebrow gel or even like eyelash glue actually creates longevity of your eyebrows and helps them stay on all day. So after we're finished filling in the eyebrows, I'm going to go ahead and add on my primer. Now before adding on any primer, you want to make sure your moisturizer is set into your skin, which is why I love to put my moisturizer on first and then go ahead and fill the eyebrows in and then put on my primer. Now when you're trying to find a primer, you want to make sure the primer is nice and sticky so that it grips the makeup and make sure it doesn't move. And then you just want to let that primer dry down before adding any other products. So while that dries down, I like to go back to my eyebrows and just clean those up. Now when you're concealing your eyebrows, you want to make sure that that concealer is at least 1 or 2 shades lighter than your original skin tone. And that way you can have more of a natural highlighted underbrow. So I'm actually going in very sloppily with this LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm actually just using the brush that comes with it, and I'm going to be cleaning it up with a flat brush. I just want to make sure that I can get the product on there, and this actually saves me time because the product is already spread out across my eyebrow, and it just, it just helps make the process go quicker. So again, I'm just taking that flat brush and just cleaning it up a little bit more. Now I am going to be using a different shade to conceal the top of my eyebrow, and this is just to avoid a halo eyebrow. We hate eyebrows that look ashy, y'all. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just applying a shade that's in my, normally my foundation color, just to clean the top up. And concealing the top of your eyebrows is like the easiest part of doing your eyebrows, because you really just want to go along your brow shape, just so you don't make too much of a drastic change. So now that the eyebrows are all cleaned up, I'm going to be using the underpaint method. So I'm putting all my liquid products on first. So I'm going ahead and I'm adding my concealer in the inner corners of my eye. And I'm also going to be taking that on the outer corner of my eye as well, leaving a gap in the middle because we're going to add in a darker shade, just so that the under eye isn't too bright. I'm not the type of girly who really likes a super bright under eye. I would still like to look natural. Next, I'm going to be putting on some contour. And you always want to make sure that that contour shade is at least a shade or 2 darker than your original skin tone as well. And like I said, I'm going to be adding in this darker shade under my eye as well, just so that it'll blend more evenly and that it's not, so that it's not too bright under my eye. Now I'm going to be going in with some liquid blush, and I'm just putting that on the high points of my cheeks. Now, since I've been using liquid blush in the underpainting process, I find that it actually helps bring out the blush better at the end when you're adding the powder blush on, when you're setting it. It helps it pop more, and it helps it last longer as well. Now I'm going in with that concealer on my chin, my upper lip, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. And notice how I am spreading that product nice and even on my skin. That way when it comes to blending, it's easier to blend. And then we're just going to let that dry down a bit before spraying the face. Now we can get to blending, baby. This is like the key to a flawless base. So even when you think you're done blending, you're not. Go back in and blend, blend, blend. Okay, girl? So I'm just starting off by blending out my contour, and I'm blending upwards into that blush. That way it can create like more of a seamless look. Always blend up, never drag that brush down, because then it's gonna make your face look droopy and change the structure of your face, and that's not what we want. We want more of a lifted, a lifted look, like we got Botox, okay? And what I like to do is take the excess of that contour that's on the brush and just go up to my forehead and give my forehead a light contour. I am not the girly who likes makeup all on their foreheads. First of all, my forehead is already small. I do have a low hairline, so I don't like to put too much product up there. So now that my contour is blended out, I'm going in with another fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend out my blush. And you want to blend that up into the concealer. Again, just like we did with the contour going into the blush. We want to blend up so that way we can create that seamless look. So don't be scared to get a little concealer on your brush when you're blending your blush out. It's going to be fine, I promise, because even when we go back in with the powders, we're just going to define the blush even more, and even the, under eye concealer and everything is just going to blend all nice and smooth. So now that the blush is blended out, I'm just going to go ahead and blend my concealer out. Now, when you're blending under your eye, you want to always make sure that you're still blending upwards. You never want to take that concealer down into the blush because then it's just going to, first of all, it's going to take away from the blush, and then it's just going to be like, what was the point? But always blend upwards so you can have that snatched look, that snatched, you know the look we be going for, y'all. So now that everything is blended out, what I like to do is go back in with my brushes and just keep on blending. I'm telling you, blend, blend, blend. That's how you get it. That's how the girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't, okay? So I'm just going back in with the blush brush, and I'm just making sure that, whatever blush that I did take away from blending out my concealer, I'm putting it back and just making everything so smooth. Like, this is really important to interchange your brushes while you're blending, because that way your face can look, all the same, and we don't want any harsh lines at the end of the day. Now, y'all, please don't let anybody ever tell you that your hand is not a tool. So I'm just taking my finger and I'm blending out my nose. Now that everything is blended out, what I'm going to do is go in with my foundation shade just to bring everything together. So I'm going to be taking a dense brush and just blending that foundation out. And what you want to do is keep on blending. I even take the brush over my concealer just so that it can, be blend better. Yeah, that's what we doing, y'all. It's really, the key to makeup is blending. I'm not going to tell y'all that again. It's really about just making your face look like one. So I'm literally taking it along the contour, where the contour meets the foundation, where the contour meets the blush, and where the blush meets the concealer. That way we can get rid of those harsh lines. And just look how it just brings the face together. Like, yeah. Now we're going to move on to powders. So I am setting my under eye with the MAC Studio Fix Plus foundation. Now, I'm not the type to bake. I really do not like baking. I find that baking dries my skin out, kind of. I don't know. It just makes I like the dewy look when it comes to makeup. I like to look fresh and, shiny. Other people like the matte look. So, for my clients, if they like a drier look, or if their skin is really oily, I'll go ahead and bake. But my skin actually does okay with just setting it with the MAC Studio Fix Plus foundation under my eye. So I will not be taking like the Airspun translucent powder under my eye today, or the Sacha Buttercup setting powder. Now that MAC Studio Fix Plus foundation powder that I set under my eye is in a lighter shade, just so it doesn't take away from my bright under eye. And now I'm going in with a darker shade just to set my contour. And I'm actually using the Maybelline Fit Me press powder. And I'm taking that along the bridge of my nose as well. So I went ahead and contoured my nose. And I'm also going to be taking that all over my lid as well. Now, when you're contouring your nose, you want to make sure that that shade is actually showing up. Don't be scared because you see a harsh, dark line on your nose, because it's all going to blend in at the end. Don't worry. And I also took that shade up into my eyebrow as well, just so that, it creates a nice structure. So that's what I mean when I'm taking it up into my eyebrow. I'm taking it right up into the front of the eyebrow so that it creates a, more even face. please do not skip this part. Eyeliner brings the face together. It defines the eyes. Yeah, you cannot do makeup without eyeliner, okay? And to continue creating some depth under the eyes and bringing the eyes out more, I like to go in with that same contour shade and just really get in there under my eye just to, you know, it really does bring the eyes out. It's definitely a difference. So please don't skip this part either. It brings your face out. It doesn't make your under eye look as flat, if that makes sense. Now, normally I would just leave my face just like this for a natural glam, but we want to go in and make this a soft glam. So I'm going to be taking this Morphe palette, and I'm taking that light, it's like a really pastel pink, pinkish purple. And I'm just taking it in the corner of my eyes just so I can have that, you know, that pop that really makes this a soft glam. And right on top of that color, I'm going in with this shimmery pink, and I'm just adding some little, you know, a little bit of sparkle to the inner corner of my eye as well. Now I'm going to be going in and setting my blush, which I forgot to do. But I'm going ahead and bringing out my cheeks, and I'm just adding that blush right on top. And notice how I'm using the same motion that we were using when we were blending it out when we were blending the liquid blush out. So you always want to go upwards with it. That way you don't, you know, drag your face down. We don't want a droopy face. Now, to bring the entire face together, I went in with a powder that is my exact foundation shade, and I'm just taking that all over my face, over my highlighted areas, even over the contour, the blush, just everywhere over my face, just so everything can blend seamlessly. That is the key word of this video, seamless. We want it to be smooth. And next I'm going to be spraying the face just to melt those powders in. And then what I like to do is go in with the foundation brush and just make sure, you know, like I said, blending is the key as well. So I'm just blending in everything and just making sure that all those powders is really setting into my skin. And then I switched it out for the sponge, because actually blending it with the sponge is way better than the foundation brush. Now on to these lips, baby. I finally found my brown lip liner, y'all. So this is the Ruby Kisses lip liner. I got this from Amazon. I think this is like the darkest shade they have. But so we're just lining our lips, and then I went ahead and with the NYX the NYX, what is that? The butter gloss, the NYX butter gloss. And I put that on my lips, and just to give my lips a little bit more of a pop so it can, you know, because again, this is a soft glam look. I went ahead and put a little bit of concealer in the middle of my lips. So I'm just smacking my lips together to really blend in that concealer. And then I'm going to be going back in with the NYX butter gloss just so I can blend it out even more. And then I also went back in with the lip liner just to define my lips more as well. Fun fact, I actually hate light lips. Like this color, I mean, it worked out well with the look, being that it was a soft glam look, but I love the dark brown lips, you know, and whatnot. But I went ahead and put some lip gloss over that just to bring that together. Now on to the finishing touches. I do like to bring out my bottom lashes, especially with the you know, soft glam look is more of a dramatic natural glam for me. So bringing out my lashes just makes this whole look come together. So now that we're all finished, we're going to be locking that in with a matte finishing spray. You always want to lock your face in with a finishing spray, not a setting spray, but a finishing spray. That way, it, you know, it doesn't transfer, you know, to like your clothes and things like that. And, you know, it really creates longevity of the makeup. It lasts literally all day. And the Milani finishing spray that I use literally lasts 16 hours. So the last step is to highlight, and I took that highlight along the top of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, and because this is a soft glam, I went ahead and did my forehead and chin area as well. So I also took that same highlighter and just went ahead and defined my underbrow a little bit more. And this is the finishing look. I'm so obsessed with how this came out. Like everything is just like, it just came together so beautifully. Like, ah! Alright, you guys, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!